to the main event for the lightweight class here at round 3 at Lydd International Raceway. Championship leader, round 1 winner Eddie Hall starts on grid 5, but the competition is catching up and Eddie's under pressure. Round 2 winner Palmvia Najar starts on grid 3. Second in the championship, Guy Holiday, he's got pole position. Seth Deutscher, who was third in the championship, well, he's only managed to qualify 19th. Rolling up to the start. Here we go, the flag's dropped. We're on board with Tim Gibson. Down to turn 1. Holiday from Lloyd, Najar. High under pressure from Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall's run round the outside of him. Gibson has got Lee Kemp to the inside and James Akehurst in the black there ahead of him. Down the hairpin, Akehurst goes defensive. And round the outside of Gibson, here comes Ray Morgan. He's through, but he's run wide himself and he's given that position back to Tim. End of lap 1. Holiday looking comfortable. 3 kart lengths out of Paul Lloyd. Najar, Eddie Hall under pressure from Hyam and Kemp. Ray Morgan, that move on Tim Gibson's proved costly. He slid backwards and is now holding up the field at around 10th place. Typical Club 100 final here. The front 8 have got away. It's plain sailing for them. Back in the teens, it's all elbows and arseholes. Rounding out lap 2. Eddie Hall still under pressure from Richard Hyam, who's looking to put a move on him, but actually it's Lee Kemp. He's jumped the pair of them. Hall and Hyam run wide, and here comes James Akehurst in the black, trying to put a move on Hyam for 5th place, but he can't get it done by the horseshoe and has to settle for 6th. Gibson on the back of Eddie Hall, and Morgan's gone off with Anton Killock. Morgan has been in the thick of everything. And there's a penalty board there, which has been acknowledged by Richard Hyam. I can only assume he's got a 2-place deduction there for contact with Eddie Hall in that move that saw Lee Kemp go through to 4th place. Najar inside Paul Lloyd at the hairpin. 2nd place, clean as you like. The hand signal from Palmvia there to the guys behind. Come on, follow me, let's chase Guy Holiday. In fact, Kemp and Lloyd kept on battling. Akehurst has got a run on the outside of Hyam, and he goes through at the 2nd chicane. Hyam comes back at him though. Hyam through. Gibson has managed to close up now, back onto the tail of Eddie Hall, but he doesn't seem to have the beans to take on Eddie. Here comes Kemp inside Lloyd. He has to back out. Holiday's pulled out to a comfortable 1-second lead. Maybe Palmvia can make some progress. And though Palmvia doesn't appear in the top 15 in the championship, having missed round 1 to do the Premier class, he's got to be counted now as a definite championship contender later in the season, when we're just counting the best 8 from 10 scores. Kemp goes through to 3rd place. Again, you've got to think he's a championship contender as well. Lightweight class looking very competitive. Hyam to the inside of Paul Lloyd, has to back out. Seth Deutscher 3rd in the championship, just passing the camera there. He's down in 16th place. Don't think he'll be 3rd in the championship at the end of the day. Bit of contact there, Akehurst on Hyam. Hand gesture, not too happy about that. Akehurst looking to the inside of Hyam, looking for 5th place. Side by side, compromising the both of them. Deutsche going by, heading this group with Norris from the B final. Now, can Hyam get a better run on Paul Lloyd? He's a bit far back. Here, Kirsten Hyam, shoot to be looking down at the horseshoe. Richard takes a look, but he hasn't got the speed to go by. Akehurst, more contacts. James better be careful. Kemp now, onto the bumper of Palm V in a jar. Not much of a braking area into the chicanes. Will he have a go into the hairpin? He's up the inside. Oh, he's only halfway there. That didn't work. But you've got to be bold if you want to win the trophies. Hall looking to slide it past James Akehurst for 6th. Can't get it done. Gibson closing in as well. But Tim's struggling for speed. All he can do is follow Eddie. Is Kemp going to try again? Final corner, not this time. Looking for a good run off the final corner. Can he get up the momentum, get a bit of a slipstream? Looking to the inside. Yes, Lee's gone through. And Hyam has passed Paul Lloyd. Palmvere coming straight back at Lee. Down at the hairpin. Side by side. Could be a squeeze for Lee on the exit. He's hung on. That means he's got the inside for the first chicane. Hyam chances his arm, and Najjar has been shuffled back down the line. Akehurst is forced to the grass as he tries to go by. It's a shame for Palmvere. He started the lap in 2nd place, and he's going to end it in 5th. On to the penultimate lap now. Kemp under pressure from Hyam. Palmvere to the inside of Akehurst at the hairpin. Well, that's one position regained. He's up to 4th. Akehurst is not giving it up cheaply though. Right on Palmvere's bumper, but Palmvere's driving a clever line. Gibson looking to the inside of Hall, but I expect his nose will be chopped off. Oh, Akehurst has run wide. Has that let Eddie Hall through? Yes, it has. Can Gibson get a good enough run on the tail of Eddie Hall to go through with him? He hasn't. Final lap now. Well, we haven't seen much of leader Guy Holliday. He's quietly taken care of business and has looked comfortable throughout. Lee Kemp is going to finish 2nd regardless of what Richard Hyam can do in the last couple of corners, because Richard's got a 2-place deduction still coming. Off the final corner, Guy Holliday is going to win this one. A superb win to take him to just 3 points behind championship leader Eddie Hall.